Well, it was a brilliant game that these two were in when we went to break, but only a draw. This is then the next biggest game for Mary Talbot and Michael Hope, who made the brave decision to cut and run at the end of that match. And I call it brave because at the end of the night, they will look back at that decision as either the moment that won them the night or the moment that might have got away from them. That's how big that decision could be. That's a fantastic break from Krish and Toni to get us started in this second match. They must win this one, really. Although the fact there was a draw in the last match does mean that they can draw this match in theory. The only way that they can go through though with a draw is by way of a four-way 6-red shootout. We say it every week. We will remind you it's never happened before. And we'll say the same thing we do every single week. It will one day.
Yeah. Just going back to that decision though from Michael, I think it was the plant that I was pushing for at the first shot in the visit. The ball wasn't over the pocket, absolutely. It wasn't a guarantee by any stretch, and you were going to leave the 8-ball on. So I can absolutely understand why he didn't take it on first shot. If you take the situation of the match out of it and just said, what is the right decision for this frame, you'd have to review it and have another look. You can certainly make the case against it. In terms of the counter clearance, I think the plant first shot or playing on it natural second shot was on. Leaving it late, the draw was, I think, in his mind before he hit his first shot. It keeps qualification in their own hands, so you can kind of understand why they've done it. I say they've done it, it was Michael's decision.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure how much say Mary had in that one.
Those are the situations, though, you kind of feel like that's where you want to talk. You know, Michael and Mary could have had a conversation, said, look, how aggressive do you want me to be here? I can take this plant on. The benefit is if I make it, we win the match. If I miss it, we lose the match. That's as simple as it gets, basically, because if he makes the plant, highly likely it comes out perfectly for him. They could have tied, the balls could have tied up just a little bit and made it really awkward, but all things being equal, if the shot was going to be played, it was going to work out well for them.
One thing you would say is the way that the match fell, at least in terms of the amount each player played in the first match for Mary and Michael. We didn't see a huge amount of Mary in it. She played a part in the 2 Scotch frames. No singles frame. She was dished into the table. Sharkey make sure of that. Oh, you can see what the thinking was. That was an example of a brave shot that was either going to win or potentially lose a frame.
That was bold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That went from a guaranteed pot to a low percentage, but opening everything up in the same shot. That really was a bold choice.
I think it's fair to say that Michael's got a really creative eye.
Oh, no doubt. A very, very creative player.
Yeah, a couple of matches that we've seen, he's played he's come up with, essentially, he's drawn from the playbook 2 really, really creative shots.
But in some ways that makes his decision to not go sort of even more kind of maybe against the grain a little bit, that he had an opportunity to kind of put together a creative shot that could have won the frame and match.
They just off straight the wrong way. No, yes, they had to cut it, couldn't play it long. Well, they've come up smelling roses here.
And some.
That is unbelievable. Landed absolutely plumb on the yellow, and the red has not blocked the 8-ball. How do you like those?
Every single kiss going to perfection there. That's outrageous.
Ooh, just, Krish, just. Shaved the jaw, but in it goes, and Toni Beszelzen can knock in this 8-ball for a 1-0 lead.
Good break. Good break. Just feels an awkward looking layout because everything's sort of half lined up down the middle of the table. It's feel yellows are your play, but if you take yellow bottom left first shot, do you make yellows kind of, what, do you make red's favourite? If you make a mistake, basically reds are wide open. That's often the case, but not a guaranteed out on yellows. Not a great first shot either.
You can make a case for pulling back here.
It's gone okay for missing because that red at the top doesn't have a pocket. Krish having a look to see whether it goes through the gap or he can make it off the yellow. Not easy, that. So the ball that was missed there from Michael has done the work to top right. Stops this from being a good chance.
Yeah, that red's a problem for Krish.
And this is the exact scenario that Krish was in the first match, wasn't he? 1-0 up, second chance at the table. Although this time it's a lot harder than it was with his chance he had against Liam White. It went probably wrong for him.
He does have an angle now to move up if he wished. The red is available. It's not that it doesn't go, you just got to land above it. And it's a pretty narrow window, that.
Yeah. And likely when you try and get above it is that you're going to land with a poor angle.
Trouble. Big trouble.
Well, he's going to hope he's touching, but I don't think he is.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I think he reached in. I haven't heard Orich call it.
Orich had such a quick look. I'm sure he's not touching.
Yeah,
confirmed.
So end of visit. Uber thin cut. He almost made it, actually.
If it was touching, there was more options available. Could have even just potted the yellow and got the cue ball down underneath the bottom of the table, underneath the reds, and an 8 ball potentially. Yeah. That was just really awkward. It kind of went wrong really for Krish from first shot again. Didn't really see his clear plan to get on that red at the top, and kind of went wrong. Michael again being creative, using a ball off a ball. Question whether that's made things better or worse. I think it makes it worse. Still a very doable finish from here. He's just played on the double. I don't think he was playing on the yellow top right. I'm surprised he's played on the double, because you could get on the yellow top right, work your way back down and play this one down the cushion, get on the one above the red. But
I think he probably feels that it's a free go at it, because that red at the top of the table is pretty marooned. You're not going to leave much down the table. If you miss it, well, what are you leaving? Krish came to the table now. You'd fancy getting yourself another shot. And he obviously fancied himself for the double.
Yeah,
it's a wise decision. I say, first time watching Michael play, been impressed by what I've seen so far.
just come back and use the 2 cushions here, get the side on, and it just comes back natural. Thought he had enough angle just to use the top cushion and just get a little bit of side on to track down the line towards the yellow.
Pause extension just to settle on this shot.
Confident shot, this one, just punch it in. Yeah, nice.
How are you feeling? That's an excellent bit of cueing. Fires it home. Excellent frame again from Michael Ho. 1-1. 9 minutes and ticking to go.
Oh, that's unlucky. Again back into the triangle there. A second time we've seen that happen tonight.
Yeah, Toni scratches the break. So Toni versus Mary, third frame.
You called it earlier. We didn't get to see much of Mary, having talked about her quite a lot in the build-up to tonight. Now she gets her opportunity to show us what she can do. This is a very doable layout. It's sort of the one shot from top of the table down. You get that right, and then you can make this a nice, comfortable finish. A few ways of playing it, I suppose. You could use the one in the middle of the table, may play a control cannon, may try and avoid it, because every yellow actually has a pocket and go, so we know what we often talk about, not playing cannons if you don't need to, but just might make the finish more controllable.
I chatted a bit with Mary earlier on, and she is such a student of the game. Put the snooker cue away essentially earlier on this year, and has gone essentially full-time in her practice to pool. Has found a real sense of enjoyment from it, but I think she's really enjoying the challenge. I know I speak to you a lot, and you know, if you ask you what you love about the game, it's the puzzle, it's that sort of thing that keeps you coming back. And I feel like Mary's got the same sort of itch that she's scratching, and she can pretty much do whatever she wants with the cue ball. She's that good a cueist. It is what you say all the time, Si. It's about finding that answer to the puzzle, and that's what she's obsessing over. So
yeah.
she's a big watcher of pool. She's gone back and watched hours and hours of the best players in the
relate
world
to this.
play, and trying to sort of pause in the video, see where she'd go in that scenario. And yeah, fascinating. Listen, she's a real student.
I love hearing that, because that's what I did in my career. What actually happened for me is that
Oh God, there's two of you.
what happened to me is it sort of led me to the commentary box, because I found analysing the game so fascinating. But yeah, it's how you improve. But she's got this one wrong. She got this pattern slightly wrong, and there was a key to this frame, and I felt like she'd landed on it, but she was just the wrong side of straight, and she was on the cushion. But when she played the transition from the top down, if she gets herself off the cushion and dead straight or just off straight the other way, you can play so much more of a controllable shot. And because she was the other way around, she's kind of been having to judge it from there and execute some big shots. And she's still in that position here. I think you have to just pop this in the middle and use the red to leave yourself thin on the 8 ball.
Yeah, she's got a route out still.
It should work out natural here.
Oh yeah, you take this.
Hampered queuing, of course, but it's a fairly comfortable 8 ball. Oh no. Oh, what a reaction from Michael as well. Frustration.
I can't believe it. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming at all.
So easy to do though from Hampered. Oh no, she's going to get another chance.
Oh, what a let off.
Yeah. I was about to say, from Hampered queuing, it's so easy to put a tracer side on and do what Mary did.
She won't miss this one. This for 2-1. Oh, that's a big moment. That noise you just heard signals the beginning of the witching hour. 5 minutes left in this crucial match. 15-second shot clock comes into play. It's been a mad night this so far.
I feel like it's building as well.
Yeah, there's still plenty to come.
I'll tell you what, with 4 minutes to go, 4.5 minutes to go, you've got to play the match here for me. Although that's not bad. That's not bad, but I still question how good are you on the finish here. Yellows are terrible. Do you play the match situation and make a mess, or do you try and get these? Because if you don't get them, you open up the yellows.
I feel like we've just got our answer. Mary's going to have to cue one in here. I don't think she's on the one to the bottom left.
Yeah, that's made things so much trickier. That little bump, if it slides by, they're in great shape.
To really jam it into that middle pocket, and there's no margin of error there.
I don't think that's a bad outcome for them, because Okay, so they're on the, if that goes in, they're on red right centre. Then they've got to try and get on the one nearest the bottom left-hand corner with an angle to get back out for the one at the top of the table. I just don't see that shot available. So I think that's actually probably not worked out terribly for them, because we're asking Toni and Krish to come up with a much tougher clearance here with the red still causing issues.
Yeah, well, a lovely salvo of opening shots from the pair of them. The biggest question is, what do you do about that yellow? Can they go into it here? Just missed it. It's asking a lot.
Yeah.
And now they're nowhere.
I think with only 3 minutes to go, you might have to clip off it and get it into play and risk losing. Well, they decided not to, because all the reds go anyway, so why not? That doesn't help you. That's just giving a chance away without opening up the yellows.
Yeah, the red doubles, the yellow doesn't. That's the big advantage that red's had in this frame.
I think you can even play on the red. You can even play on into the centre pocket, but you see Mary having a look at it. Yeah,
okay.
So there was no benefit to playing the loss of turn there. You might as well try and open up and get the cue ball middle of the top cushion, pop your yellow into play and ask a bigger question.
Might have a bit of a smelly 8-ball, is the only thing. Depends on how this kiss with the yellow goes. Oh, they played it well.
Yeah, no problems whatsoever.
Played it absolutely beautifully. This is for 3-1, and this is all but. It's the third round of matches unbeaten. Excellent stuff from Michael Hope and Mary Talbot. They're having fun tonight. Michael almost looks like he's been forced to a little bit. He's living and breathing every single ball out there. Not enough.
It's a good break though. It's just a little too late, you feel.
Yeah.
Now you just got to make that quick finish. Might have to go reds even though they're a bit awkward. Try and make it happen on the first shot. She stayed away from the red in the triangle area, but I think you had to almost go into the yellow, full ball, pop that into the red and yellow together. You'd be on the one that just moved right centre. Now you're leaving a bad ball and you're leaving it late.
That's tough. Has to almost career into that red, really. Just hope. Just hope.
Well, the double's on.
It's not over. Make this double and Toni Beszelzen could be in business. Shots.
Oh.
Shots. Cue ball.
Oh, dear me. Dear me. I was only watching the red.
Oh, that's tough. I think there's a good chance, so is Toni, really.
How has the cue ball missed the yellow, which Toni wanted, by the way, but found that line? Tough.
Yeah, really tough. I think that's exactly what Toni was focusing on. Just miss the yellow and the cue ball take care of itself.
And Michael here doesn't have to worry about anything, can even try and make a quick finish if he wants to. 2 in front with 20 to go. It is match over, but he's going to do the right thing.
Yeah, calls the extension just to make sure. And well, Mary Talbot and Michael Hope have won this match. They drew their first, they've won their second, and that decision to take the draw in the first match is all of a sudden starting to look like a pretty good one. Michael and Mary are in with a real shot of this group. A massive match coming up next though. The other pair that drew their opening match, they've just seen Mary Talbot and Michael Hope go and win their second match, so they now know that's exactly what they have to do. That's Megan Proctor and Liam White. They won their opening game, so a draw wouldn't necessarily be the worst result for them. Basically what we're saying is there's plenty to play for.
Yeah, there's a lot to work out and figure out, and the players out there though, just forget about it, especially for these two pairings. Just go out and win this match, or try to, and if you do that, you put yourself in great shape going into the final round of games. Not sure what the hold up is. We're waiting for our referee, Orich. Has he disappeared?
don't know. But there's a little bit of rowdiness just off camera. That Roach is a strong-looking lad. You don't mess with him. So I think he's been instructed to flex his muscles.
Who'd be a referee, eh?
Exactly. So the only thing we know with any certainty is that Krish and Toni are out. They can no longer qualify with 2 defeats. That's the only thing we know. For the other 3 pairs, this night is very much still alive. As for Liam White, he's made a ball there despite completely miscuing that break. I say made a ball, he didn't make a ball. So watching the cue ball so much to make sure it stayed up. I didn't actually notice that he hadn't actually made a colour. So it's going to be Sharkey and Randle who get the first go at these.
Not a terrible layout, but also, you know, not ideal, you know, not perfect. There's work. First shot goes slightly wrong.
Yeah, it's tricky enough, isn't it?
Yeah, if they could have come back an extra few rolls, then the yellow by the cue ball now does go left centre. Once that one's out the way, you can start to see a clearer path to the sort of the clearance. But that's a nice way of playing that shot from Shaun, because that's kind of opened it up a little bit right centre. I think don't overcomplicate this. Take the yellow that's nearest the pocket and try and slide back through the same gap. Okay, gone slightly wrong, but can work this. Would have been so much easier if they'd slid by, because the yellow that Carrie went into would have gone top left then you've got top right, left centre, right centre, 8 ball. So he was that, if that lands straight in top left, essentially they're out at that point, but they're going to have to rework it, refigure it out.
Shaun's on the yellow to right centre, but you can't do a huge amount with the cue ball. You can't, I don't think, get it back to the top left of the table, which would be ideal.
He can't get where he wants to. He needs to leave lots of angle on the one to right centre to get there. Oh, I didn't realise he could get to that side of it. I was thinking he had to leave it high and then use the bottom of the table, but that's actually a really well played shot.
Yeah, that helps.
Left it perfect, really. And that's
a lovely little nudge.
Yeah, any fuller it's a problem. That is perfection, that little flick. That shot from Shaun Sharkey was excellent. It really was, because if you land straight there, you've got no shot. And if you go too far, you cannot get to the left-hand side of the table. So Shaun's margin of error on that shot to left centre was about a ball. And he put it absolutely on the money. Low key, one of the shots of the night for me.
Yeah, very, very good. This 8 ball for 1-0. In it flies. Get this, you've got 3 pairs here. You almost feel are pretty much neck and neck. Oh, 8 ball. Goodness me, that was close. I think it's dry otherwise. Wow. Either golden or dry, nothing in between for Shaun Sharkey. Megan was aware of that 8 ball as well. It's right in her eye line. So an interesting layout. Will be Megan Proctor to play this frame? Singles.
Good layout as well. I like this layout. Red that she's nearest to is the problem. Doesn't really, I mean, it has a pocket, but it's not easy to get on it to that pocket, but it's also not that difficult. Red by the 8 ball goes, there's plenty of room, so I like the reds. Just come too far down the table. I'm almost certain that she's playing on the one to bottom right.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah.
If Megan's not on it, she's not on anything. This is thin.
Yeah. Didn't have to leave this right at the top of the table. You could have leave the one by the 8 ball as your connection to the 8 balls. This one didn't need to stay, so. Oh, that's fabulous. That's a great shot. Because that's the ball to land on, is the one that she's landed on.
Yeah, what a connection she's found there.
Well, actually opened it up as well as landed on it, so it's now a choice. You can actually leave it there, or you can take it now and come back round, but it depends on how she sees it.
Indeed, how Liam sees it as well. She's very keen to to get the Danger Mouse's opinion. Mentioned that earlier on tonight.
For what it's worth, I 100% agree with getting out of the way. Because if you land straight on the plant, which I believe was the plan, she's got the gap, but I would have wanted to be on the plant because then it's controllable and the lines are perfect. But now it's just getting onto the one in the triangle area to get back somewhere near middle of the table.
Half shots play here.
Beautiful.
Just like that, it's pretty perfect.
Yeah. Now it really comes down to, I think you'd need to be out there to really see it. Do you have to, can you come back off the side cushion and get to the middle of the table, or do you have to pick a gap and leave distance?
That's your answer.
Yeah, she had the nice angle which was taking her to the middle of the table rather than further up the table. That was excellent. Now it looks like it should just be float this in, and it goes opposite centre. Yeah, it's perfect. Oh, Megan.
Oh no!
I tell you what's happened there for Megan. She was it was almost absolutely dead straight, and she just wanted to pot it into the right-hand side of the pocket as she looked, just to get the cue ball further away from the 8-ball to make it so that she's not almost sitting on the 8-ball to play it. Whereas if she just makes that centre pocket and lets the cue ball roll forward, she's got half ball, 3/4 ball, maybe 8-ball into the centre. Wasn't worth the risk of missing it.
How do you hit this?
And that's a match-changing shot right there, because
It's 3 cushions.
oh, that's brilliant. Oh, what an effort. What an effort.
Close. Can't get much closer.
Should cost her the frame. The only thing I would say is the 8-ball is slightly in an awkward position, but I think that's a great effort, isn't it?
Didn't miss by much. I'm not sure if she could have actually cut it back. In truth, even with the perfect hit there, it looked pretty tight, but terrific effort just to make the hit.
It's the key here for Shaun. Deal with his 2 yellows at the top, which he's going to, and then just leave a nice angle on the one to left centre just to drift up for short position on the 8-ball. And it's not that short position, to be honest with you. You can get straight in on the yellow to left centre, and you're going to get behind the 8-ball just by pinching a touch of the pocket. Just making sure he's slightly concerned that if he hits this too firm, he's going to get the slightly wider throw on it. And that's why he's changed his mind on it. He's going to play into them. That's gone wrong. Hope for Megan.
Yeah. Got the sense that with Shaun's first idea for a shot, you wish you could take that change of mind back now.
Yeah, I actually think in hindsight he was trying to stump past those 2 rather than go into it. But he was thinking about using the bottom cushion, but he was worried that if he played it, he was going to throw wide, playing it with pace.
There's not much value in playing safe with the red over the pocket, so he's going to continue to dig. He may, though, elect to pull back now if he can get a really good snooker. What do you think?
I mean, is it worth the risk?
I was going to say, what's harder, making a crazy pot or making the safety from here?
I mean, loss of turn, which maybe that's what he's looking at. No, it's not. It's too thin. I was wondering whether you could clip the yellow up to top left. It's too thin to play that shot.
Something up to that end of the table.
It's actually a really good snooker. It's not that easy to hit here. I think the line is on right side cushion. I do think it's on, but it's so hard to judge.
Yeah, because you're almost having to slide it.
Yeah, I think it will slide. It's judging that slide. The 8-ball's not in the way, is what I'm kind of getting at. So ignore the 8-ball and just try and find the line.
Just trying to straighten it up.
Oh, so good.
Oh.
Great shot.
She was trying to straighten it up a little bit. What an absolute rocket from Megan Proctor.
So maybe the 8-ball was in the way she played that was incredibly good.
Oh, it's the second one of those Megan's unleashed tonight. Hit a brilliant double on the 8-ball in their first match. and has found a brilliant shot here. Wowee.
Yeah, I think the 8-ball probably was for the slide shot. If you play that natural, which is hitting a little bit lower down the cushion, I do think the 8-ball probably does play, and therefore you have to go higher. But if you go higher, then you've got to really straighten it up. And you should have figured out how to make the clearance, and you give your opponent an opportunity to do what Megan did. You kick yourself that you didn't take it when you had control.
Yeah, tough one to take if you're Shaun Sharkey, but I don't think he really did much wrong there in terms of shot choice with laying that snooker. But he'll be so frustrated at how he got to that situation.
Yeah, it was the shot. It was the shots coming down the table. It was the one, second shot in his visit and third shot in his visit just left him really awkward and horrible in what could have been a really quick and routine layout for him if he gets one of those two shots right. And now he's putting an awful lot of pressure on Carrie.
This is a player in her own right, but this is
doable.
Finish.
This is actually really doable. These connect like little drop-ins. Yeah, I actually like dropping this in, leaving the yellow straight in bottom left, getting yourself on the yellow left centre, and then every single shot is straight in. If you land in straight in bottom left next, you're out.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, don't miss. Just missed it.
Yeah, missed it. You had to make that on the thicker side, dead weight, to leave it straight in bottom left. Misses it thin. The cue ball's gone way too far anyway.
Yeah, that's purely through missing it thin.
Yeah. I don't know whether she was playing for it bottom left, but I don't know if she'd seen that pattern, but that was the key. If you land on that ball straight, every shot thereafter was going to be a drop in.
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
That was an excellent first shot from Liam, by the way, just to get up that one at the top of the table with, kind of a lovely little natural angle to come down. He's now in a position where all his balls actually go if he can get the order right as well. He has to get the one nearest the right centre pocket out of the way before the one by the 8-ball can go.
And he's on it now.
Well, this red must go. It doesn't look like it to us, but the way he's played for it now. Obviously not. He's playing the thinner one, so half got himself in a mess here, Liam. That's a recovery, though.
Yeah, he'll take that all day. Sure.
That's not what he wanted when he was 2 shots into his visit, but he'll take it.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier, but that is all part of that puzzle. Sometimes there is the perfect way to go. But often, plan A's can go wrong. It is about how well you can recover and put yourself back on the track. Ball players, by their very manner of playing, tend to be quite perfectionist. So you've got to sort of just get that mindset out of your mind sometimes, just to allow you to progress forward. That was a lovely shot from Liam, and lovely out as well. Really, really good counter clearance that from Danger Mouse.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. You have to let your patterns evolve because you can't always land where you want to, but the absolute best when it comes to pattern play, you kind of find those patterns where there's margin built into every shot, and essentially you're just rolling balls in.
And that's a pretty good cut break from Shaun Sharkey as the 15-second shot clock now comes into play.
They made the reverse clearance in the first Scotch frame. Can they find this break clearance in the second to take this match deep? Because it's there. Pretty sure the yellow that's furthest down the table goes bottom right. So if you can land nicely on the one above it, you can just kind of pick all these apart, but that one's gone wrong.
Steps back to surveyor work. Not the worst outcome.
Yeah, comfortable snooker coming up though, you'd feel.
Yeah.
Just a little controllable shot here from Liam. Just get the snooker, just separate these reds a touch. Could go here, could go. Up to them, don't have to, you could play the loss of turn here and hide the white. Yeah, there you go, Liam's called it straight away. You could have gone the other side of the red and played short side position and then gone from there, but 2-1 up with 3 minutes to go, do you really need to worry? In the end, Megan decided not to pull it back to get the snooker, happy enough to leave full sight of the yellows, knowing there isn't a comfortable shot on. Oh, there wasn't a comfortable shot on. That's outrageous. Oh, how good is that?
They're not at it again, are they?
That's brilliant. Because it was one thing making the ball, but to do it in that way opens everything up.
Oh, Shaun.
Oh, so in between shot again.
It's okay.
Yeah, just got to get the bite on the ball here when you clip it in thin. Get the bite anywhere on the left-hand side of the table, and you've got a shot at this 8-ball.
Yeah, you've got to go middle.
Delicate and get the bite on. Or just use the red. How good is those two shots from Carrie? Oh my
Randle.
word.
Carrie, carrying.
Those two shots are brilliant. Just use the cannon and get the cannon right. Absolutely fabulous, and that has changed this match and could potentially have changed this night dramatically.
Liam White with vigour onto that break, and that could not have ended up any worse. He absolutely mullered that. I can't believe he's gone in off.
And I tell you what, when Carrie was at the table with 3 minutes to play and had that shot on, I thought it was nailed on for Liam and Megan to win this match. Now Shaun Sharkey's got an opportunity, and it's an unbelievably good opportunity to win it. These are all there. This is just kind of mind your work, be careful, and connect these together. Probably have to drop this in and play the one nearest the right corner pocket. Then you've got to work yourself back above the other red. You could have tried to force that and popped out for the plant, which would have been risky. So I like this, but you're going to have to play one more shot to get back above the 8-ball. But I think if you drop this in dead weight, you should be okay to do that.
Calls extension. This could be a buzzer beater. There's enough time on the clock, enough balls on the table to make this unanswerable.
Yeah, that's fine. Now just pull it back straight and leave it 3/4 ball, and you're perfect. Just you can then use the side cushion or go natural, whichever way you want. Sorry, use the side cushion or screw up to the centre of the table. But now you will have to use the side cushion. But it's exactly what you want. All the margin in the world.
33 seconds.
That's okay. For a second I thought it was going to be short. It is a little bit short, but you can kill this in.
20 seconds, 2 balls left.
Oh, maybe. Might have to come across for the same pocket. It's more angle than I thought.
Oh, how'd you like these?
It's fine.
8 seconds left. Don't take your eye off that clock, Shaun. And in rolls the 8-ball. Fantastic finish. and it will ice the game. It is indeed a buzzer beater, and Carrie Randle and Shaun Sharkey have got a crucial victory in the mixed pairs. And going into our final round of fixtures, all 3 live teams can still qualify. This is about to get good.